2 years ago, I was $20,000 in debt. Credit cards, a car loan, a medical bill I had been ignoring for 8 months straight. I was making $45,000 a year, which sounds fine, until you realize $1,400 of every single paycheck was disappearing into minimum payments before I could even think about spending it. I was exhausted, I was stressed, and no matter how hard I worked, the number never seemed to go down. Then I found a system, a real one, and 18 months later, I was completely debt-free. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did, step by step, no fluff. Before we get into the steps, I want to paint you a real picture of where I was starting from, because I want you to know this isn't some highlight reel story. This was genuinely hard. Here's the breakdown of my $20,000 in debt. Credit card number 1, $5,200 at 24.99% interest. Credit card number 2, $3,300 at 21.49% interest. Car loan, $9,200 remaining at 7.9% interest. Medical bill and collections, $2,300. My monthly take-home pay after taxes was $3,050. My fixed expenses every month, rent, $150, car insurance, $180, phone, $85, groceries, roughly $320, utilities, $110. That's $1,245 in fixed costs before I even thought about debt. Then add my minimum payments, $430 a month just to stay current, not make progress, just stay current. That left me $775 a month for gas, clothes, emergencies, anything unexpected. Sound familiar? If you're nodding right now, you are not bad with money. You're not lazy. You are trapped in a system that was never designed to help you get ahead. And today, that changes. Step 1, write down every single debt you owe. Every single one. I know that sounds obvious, but here's what I mean. Most people have a vague sense of their debt. They know it's around $20,000, or probably a lot. They avoid looking at the exact number because the exact number feels terrifying. That avoidance is costing you money every single month. When I finally sat down and wrote out every debt, the exact balance, the exact interest rate, the exact minimum payment, something shifted. It stopped being this giant scary cloud over my life and became a list, a problem, and problems can be solved. Open a Google Sheet right now or grab a notebook. I don't care which. Write 5 columns, creditor name, total balance, interest rate, minimum payment, due date. Fill it out for every single debt. When I did this for the first time, I actually cried. Not because the number was so big, but because for the first time in years, I could see the whole thing clearly. That clarity is step 1, and it is more powerful than any app or strategy that comes after it. Step 2, use the debt avalanche method and not the snowball. Now, I know Dave Ramsey fans are going to come for me in the comments, but hear me out. The debt snowball method says, pay off your smallest balance first, regardless of interest rate. It feels good because you get quick wins. The debt avalanche says, pay off your highest interest rate debt first, regardless of balance. It saves you the most money. Over 18 months, the avalanche method saved me over $2,100 in interest charges compared to what snowball would have cost me. That's $2,100 that stayed in my pocket. Here's how it works in practice. You make the minimum payment on every debt, every single one, no exceptions. Then you take every extra dollar you can find and you throw it at the debt with the highest interest rate. In my case, that was credit card number 1 at 24.99%. It took me 4 months to pay that card off completely. And when I did, I took the money I was paying on that card and I stacked it on top of what I was already paying on card number 2. This is called the Avalanche Cascade. Every debt you pay off makes the next payoff faster. Step 3. Find an extra $300 to $500 a month and treat it like it doesn't exist. This is where most people get stuck. They say, I don't have extra money, but I want to challenge that. I found my extra money in 3 places. First, subscriptions. I went through my bank statement and found I was paying for 7 streaming services, 2 gym memberships, and a meditation app I had not opened in 4 months. I cut 4 of those services. That was $94 a month back in my pocket immediately. Second, I started a weekend side hustle. Nothing crazy. I drove for a delivery app on Saturday mornings for about 3 to 4 hours. Some weeks I made $80, some weeks I made $180. Average was about $130 a month in extra income. Third, I called my car insurance company and asked them to requote my policy. I had a clean driving record. They dropped my premium by $58 a month. That phone call took 11 minutes. Combined, that's roughly $280 extra a month that I never had before. I added that directly on top of my minimum payment on the highest interest card every single month without touching it. Step 4. Automate the extra payment the moment your paycheck hits. This was the single most important habit change I made. Not the biggest dollar amount, not the most dramatic step, but the most important. Here is the truth about willpower. It runs out. If you leave your extra debt payment sitting in your checking account, you will spend it. Not because you're irresponsible, because life happens. A friend's birthday dinner, a car repair, a sale at the store you walked past. The solution is to remove the decision entirely. On every payday, the same day my direct deposit landed, I had an automatic transfer set up. The extra $280 moved to a separate account I labeled Debt Attack. Then I manually transferred it to my credit card before the end of that day. No thinking, no willpower required, no opportunity to accidentally spend it. Set this up today, not tomorrow. Today. Step 5. Celebrate every single milestone, and I mean actually celebrate. Debt payoff at this level is an 18-month commitment. That is a long time to stay motivated, and if you treat it like a punishment, you will quit before you finish. Every time I paid off $1,000, I did something small to mark it. A nice dinner, a movie, a new book I had been wanting. Nothing expensive, usually $20 to $30. These small celebrations are not setbacks. They are fuel. I also kept a physical debt tracker on my wall. A simple bar chart I printed off Google. Every week I colored in a little more. Watching that bar grow was surprisingly motivating. Some people use apps. Some people use a whiteboard. The medium doesn't matter, the visibility does. By month 18, my credit cards were gone. My medical bill was gone. I had $3,800 left on my car loan, and I paid that off in 3 more months. Total interest I paid during those 18 months, $1,840. If I had kept paying minimums for the original loan terms, I would have paid over $5,200 in interest. I saved myself nearly $3,400 just by having a plan. And here's the thing no one tells you. Once your debt payments disappeared from my budget, I had $430 extra a month, every single month, that used to vanish. I redirected all of it into a Roth IRA. Getting out of debt is not the end. It is the beginning. That's the system. 5 steps. Write it down. Avalanche method. Find the extra money. Automate it. Celebrate the milestones. None of this requires a financial advisor. None of it requires a 6-figure salary. It requires a decision and then showing up for that decision every month until it's done. If this helped you, hit subscribe. I post one new personal finance video every week, built specifically for people who are done being stressed about money. And if you want to know exactly what to do with that $430 a month once your debt is gone, I made a full video on investing your first dollars. It is right here. Watch it next. You've got this.